Starting live video. Welcome everybody to a special edition again of Turnpike to Mania to WrestleMania for Turnbuckle Trash Talk. It's a little odd because I did not have access to our page, so we may have to rip this off and post it on our page. I'm accompanied here with the
Captain Aaron Nova.
What was that?
Captain Aaron Nova.
Yeah. So we're here live the day after Fastlane. Fastlane effects. See, you don't need special effects. You see that? We don't have to add them because we could do them.
Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow. So we're here. We're here to talk about the results of Fastlane and what happened. Our friend Kent, the officiant, is actually out on duty. He's up in Michigan. He's a little busy and tied up right now. I tried to get the access to our page. We couldn't do it, but
he's training with Brock Lesnar right now.
he's good. He's gonna be the one.
No, he's from Minnesota, right?
It's their, you know,
He's from Rhino.
Rhino.
Rhino's from Michigan. That's where
Rhino.
That's who he's training with.
The Rhino. So we're gonna go over some quick things. Kickoff match, as we know, was the New Day versus the Nakamura and Rusev tag team. Okay, so I'm a little bummed out that it was the kickoff match. I don't know what's going on with Rusev and Nakamura. But, I mean, it is what it is. New Day was in there too, so I kind of felt like, you know what? Okay, at least they're there too. It's a great team, so...
Tag team match. I mean, those guys, you gotta have on a card somewhere.
Yeah.
As far as Nakamura and Rusev, I feel like it's just like, hey, these two guys are foreign. Let's put them together.
Yeah, that's all it was.
But I think
it's temporary right now. They're trying to figure out what to really do with them still.
Because they're, as far as those two guys, it's kind of tough. It's like those guys are really super talented. So it's just like finding, you know, where to place them, how to use these toys right now.
Right.
Like what moment, you know. It's kind of tough for like wrestling because it's just like
it's like double dutch. Yeah, you gotta wait to go in and the perfect time.
When's the right place to put them, you know, and where? Yeah. So pairing them off until something comes about it. Hopefully, a feud between the two, would be. Oh no, wait, they had a feud for the United States.
They had a feud. I really think it. I think it's gonna end up to where they're gonna feud again because there's no other way to take that story. It always ends up in a feud. But in the beginning of the show, they actually had where Kofi and the New Day, they were all in the backstage area, and they were just talking and whatnot, and Kofi was hyping up their match, you know, and some strange guy who looks like he's never acted a day in his life came up to them and was like, hey, Mr. Kofi, Vince McMahon would like to see you about the WWE Championship match.
Man, do you know where you're working at right now? Do you know who
it was terrible, man. It was god awful when he came out there. I was like, Jesus. So he was told to go see Vince McMahon. The New Day went back there and they did their thing. They won their match, so they defeated Nakamura and Rusev. So it was actually not a terrible match, you know. So
yeah, those guys are all stars, man.
Oh yeah, stars, of course.
And as far as like New Day, Biggie and Xavier Woods, like. Come on, man. They've been teaming how long? How many championships?
And they put on great matches, man. On to the next tag team match. We had the Usos defeat The Miz and McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
I can tell you how much I did not care for The Miz and McMahon combination. And I love the Usos. I don't care. Listen, we're not perfect. We all mess up. I don't give a shit. Whatever. The Usos... And that's relating to the little trouble he had.
Oh, yeah.
We all mess up. Who cares? No one's perfect.
Spanish, man.
they look so Latino.
Spanish guys. There's the most Spanish guys on the roster right now.
The Usos, man. That's what gives. I think I gotta be at least 1/20th Samoan.
Gotta be.
I
see it. I see it.
I'll tat the shit out.
I thought you were Aquaman for a second.
Whoa! Jason Momoa. Oh. So the Usos defeated these guys, The Miz and McMahon, and it was okay match. I mean,
before we get into like the ending of that, I gotta say like the Usos are like the tag team of this decade. Right?
The Usos, like I would love to see, and I think there's a lot of time. and it may not be what you want to build up to, but I would love to see the Usos versus the Briscoes. Just because they're kind of the same one, you know. But the Usos, man, damn, those guys, yeah.
I remember when I started out wrestling. I won't say any names, blah blah blah. There was a particular famous wrestler related to a famous wrestler who said, you know, they're really good. This is back when they were doing the colors and the face paint. But, you know, after the dives and stuff, like, a year from now, what are they going to do? And they made 180, became, like, these awesome characters, like Uso Penitentiary. Urban, very in tune. Me, I'm from the Bronx. So I hooked into it really quick. And like I said, they're the tag team of this decade. They have to be, in my opinion. Everybody, you know, will have their pick. But for me, the Usos are the tag team.
No, I agree, man.
They're just barn burner after barn burner every night. You see them on live shows, barn burner. You see them on SmackDown, and you see them on the pay-per-view.
No, I agree.
Main card, like WrestleMania, like a Uso match is guaranteed to be a barn burner.
Yeah, it was. And that it was, man. And, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from The Miz and Shane McMahon, but I'm going to give it all the glory to the Usos because, let's be real, The Miz is not the greatest technical wrestler. He's not, but he's not terrible. Shane McMahon is more of a Mick Foley for me. You know, he's just that stunt guy. You know, he's willing to take a bunch of beatings. Yeah. He has his couple of moments.
He's a gifted athlete, very gifted.
Yeah, he is.
For somebody who's not, you know,
a worker.
A worker. But, you know, his star power cannot be denied.
Not at all.
I might have disagreed with it because I like the authority figure Shane McMahon. He's like your math teacher, his sneakers, blazer. And then in the end, this is the first time since like when?
I honestly did not see that coming. I thought it was going to be the other way around because that's the predictable, you know. Because I couldn't see the Miz as a face anymore, like as a baby face, a good guy, you know. So when I saw them back away and I saw Shane was behind them, I was like, maybe the Miz will turn around with a clothesline. Yeah. But no, man, it was the other way around, buddy.
Man, who's that?
That was
Ridge. How the hell are you,
Ridge? Do you think he goes around like offering his regimen?
I don't think JC Vega does that. As a matter of fact, I do a tremendous JC Vega impression.
Show me.
I will do the next set of results as JC Vega.
Okay, cool. And I'll do him as Twiggy, right?
Right. So last night at Fastlane, we seen Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Oh, that's right. Twiggy doesn't exist.
Got him. That was good.
But
that was good.
Asuka versus Mandy Rose, man. Asuka, did you see that kick?
Did you see it? It like, you know what I love about slow motions in pro wrestling is that they can make or break you.
Yeah,
you know, they really can.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, if it's the one that you just quite didn't get, they have to like slow it down, but then speed it up at the end. Yeah, you know. Yeah. But it was a swift kick.
Aleister Black, the fade to black kick.
It's a good kick, but Asuka kicked the shit out of Mandy Rose.
This was so precise, like literally, like.
But Mandy took it like a champion. She took it like a champion, and at the end of the day, Mandy Rose is still hot, so it doesn't really matter. Mandy Rose.
She's a guaranteed star.
Oh my god, top she's what Eva Marie couldn't be. That's what she was, or that's what she is, because Eva Marie could not.
I don't know. Eva Marie was tremendous.
Oh my god! So we know right now that it didn't look too pretty after the match. They didn't look too happy, so obviously there's going to be some little tension, coming tonight. We're going to see what happens and how it plays out.
It's good. We're getting something new, something fresh.
Who do you think is ready next for Asuka? No one is ready for Asuka. No one.
I think Asuka should just join the men's division.
Well, no. I think it should be Asuka versus Suzuki at WrestleMania.
No, we can't have that again. So let's get to the next one.
Next match. We had, obviously, very earlier in the pay-per-view, Kofi Kingston was called into the office. He was promised to be added into the triple threat title match, whatever. And here we go. Long and behold, Vince McMahon tells him, you can have your championship match. Yeah. And he sends him out there, and then they changed it last minute. It was a handicap match against the Bar. And this wasn't even a match. This, I'm sure, was just them just bullying him because It wasn't even a wrestling match. Like, you could tell, like, they were just wearing his ass
This
down.
program is getting very uncomfortable. It's getting
Yo, they both had him, like, in a single leg crab with both their knees in his back, and I was like, that looks like it does not feel good at all, man.
Kofi is getting...
They're building him up to be the underdog.
It's not even the underdog. Like, it's more than that. Like, if this takes it to WrestleMania... I'm a Daniel Bryan guy 100%, but if Kofi were to take the championship and become the first full African-American...
I would pop pretty hard.
WWE champion. Like, you have to think of this, the lineage of this title spans over 50 years.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And there were so many candidates to being the first African-American heavyweight champion. And for so long, I thought it'd be Bobby. I thought it'd be Booker T. But, you know, Kofi Kingston now with this storyline is just like... The time is now.
Well, yeah, you can't take anything from Ron Simmons.
Absolutely not.
But we're talking WWE, who really hasn't given the run to really anyone. I mean, Booker T had the world. No one had the WWE
exactly.
title,
That's the crown prize of the company.
This will be a first time. Like, it literally is. It's going to be the first time ever. Everyone held the championship, the heavyweight championship, old WCW title. But this is something different. He went out there and he got slaughtered and tossed and turned and bent and twisted and everything. Brutal. It wasn't too pretty. But enough with that. Kofi didn't, of course, he took it like a champion.
But it's going to be building. I'm going to be tuning into SmackDown to see like what's going on. What's going to be next? Yeah. What is the evil Vince McMahon going to do next? Did Vince screw Brett? Did Vince screw Kofi? We'll find out on SmackDown.
We'll find out, yeah.
Right.
So, next, obviously, we had our Raw Triple Threat Tag Team match. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Teddy Long called for this match.
Maybe.
He said, hold on, player. We're going to have ourselves a Triple Threat Tag Team match against The Undertaker.
One-on-one with The Undertaker in a tag team
Yes!
But,
so... It was the Revival, of course, defending against the team of Aleister Black and Ricochet, because I blanked. I almost called him Prince Puma. And Bobby Roode and Gable. Okay, I am upset because Bobby Roode, he's, I don't know, just let him go. Let him go.
No.
Let him go. Let him go. No. Gable's got a lot of potential. I'm not saying that Roode doesn't. I think Roode is into where... I think Roode can become a trainer. I think because I'm not calling him old. I'm just saying, like, right now is just... I hate when they take two guys who are not a tag team, not a legitimate tag team, and put them together. Same thing with Aleister Black and Ricochet. Like, it did nothing for me, although I like them both. But...
they're just known as the NXT top dogs.
That's it, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of throwing together tag teams. I'm not a big fan of the post NXT call up from the original call up they had because they completely disregarded that. They throw that out of the window. There's so many tag teams lost in the shuffle, and again, like a guy like Chad Gable who's just been thrown in from one team to one team. He really didn't get that singles run because he's, I think, one of the most impressive athletes,
super impressive, man.
With an Olympian, and his matches. Whether it be 5 minutes or 12 minutes, you're
gonna get this work.
Yeah, so the whole throwing into the tag team, and I feel like with the championship case, like the momentum is not there because Ricochet and Aleister Black just came 1 week and just beat them after they just won the title. So I feel like this whole match had no momentum.
No, I was more excited to see Aleister Black's entrance.
Yeah, that's a really cool theme song too.
It's such a cool theme song.
Ricochet's too, his entrance with the lasers.
Ricochet's at but I get his confused with EC3 because they have that in the beginning it says percent something like that. Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute, is this EC3?
Yeah.
So whatever. So the Revival retained. They're still tag team champions. Good for them. I mean,
who's going to be the tag team that's going to step up and just produce
that's what
entertaining segments.
Obviously, it's not going to be
who's going to be the good guys.
We need the good guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Next one, 4-way. I'm going to give it to you. The 4-way the United States Championship
is the new intercontinental title.
This is the most entertaining thing.
Workhorse title, man.
Like literally, the cast of guys. Since R-Truth winning the belt.
Who won it?
R-Truth, your guy. Your guy won the belt.
My guy, R-Truth.
I think honestly, like it's been the most entertaining thing on SmackDown aside from anything that.
Well, because he brought back that open challenge.
And it's not even the open. He brought it back as like a spoof kind of thing because it's always been a multi-man match.
And then he was doing he did the John Cena thing too.
Yeah. But the way it was executed, because you have like you have Andrade's, you got Rey Mysterio, the guy, wrestling guy. Yeah. Now you just threw Samoa Joe in the mix, who just won the title on SmackDown, which I'm not a fan of, like title changes right before pay-per-view.
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
But this match, like, I gotta say, like, this has been one of the best 4-way matches since that main event of Raw a couple years ago.
I was highly impressed of how well it went and how entertained I was because R-Truth, man, like, is super underutilized, you know?
I wouldn't say that. His character is so strong, you forget.
I think they don't want to sacrifice that character.
Yeah.
Because of that. Like, they're like, you're so good at this. You know, you ever had a boss tell you you're too good at this, I don't want to let you move or do anything else?
Believe me, my character's so strong. It's not about me.
Put him back on.
But yeah,
it's not worth it.
We forget R-Truth is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, he is.
Can still go at his age. Very impressive, very athletic.
Then you got Rey Mysterio to come on, and then Andrade.
Jesus.
It was a great. I mean,
pound for pound, these guys.
They put on a show, man.
That could have main evented anything. Like honestly, that could have gone on last.
Yeah, it was a great match, man.
Samoa Joe retained.
Samoa Joe retained. He's obviously going to look for some entertainment on who will be next to step up. I mean, I don't know, man. I think the U.S. title, like if they should keep on going that U.S. Open title thing because it changes it up a little bit.
I wouldn't say an open challenge per se because that was John Cena's trend. I would just have a United States Championship match, just
every Monday,
every Tuesday.
Is that on Tuesday? We resume, baby. That's it. That's what we do
now.
Science or technology.
Where were we?
So, I think the like you said, we're talking about the open challenge.
Oh yeah. I feel like let's just have a United States title match. Like I'm gonna take you way back. You probably when Christian was the Intercontinental Champion a couple of years ago. I want to say 2012. No. 2010, I believe he was Intercontinental Champion.
More than a couple of years ago, Nova. Come on, get it together.
I feel like it was yesterday. It felt like, but it was such an impressive run to me because every week on SmackDown he would wrestle a different name, like a Drew McIntyre at the time, or an R-Truth.
So let's make this a workhorse.
Like let's just get a championship match. Like let's. I don't want to rule that out. Like a championship match. Like,
do you think AJ Styles will go for it again?
He's main event. I think right now what they're doing with AJ Styles, which did this happen post segment, like with RKO? No, this is the Elias segment.
That was the Elias, and those Elias he had 3 segments.
Yeah, Elias is.
So it was kind of strange. I thought they were like pre-recorded.
Yeah,
but they were live. Like he came out there 3 times and did his song thing, and I was like, was this commercials?
Is this what's gonna happen with Elias? When is it?
Give it to him. He deserves it.
I wouldn't like he's so over, but they're like
they don't want to give
keeping him stagnant. It's not giving him anything. Like just give him a feud. Give him somebody.
When I'll never forget when he first did the Walk with Elias thing. WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Entertaining.
It was over and everybody was loving it.
And then you had Lacey Evans come out
for what?
Randomly.
Lacey Evans ain't did shit in NXT. They're gonna bring her out and give her watch out. More of a push. Swear jar.
She's getting over. But Randy Orton RKO's him, and then AJ Styles, and this is
phenomenal forearm.
Phenomenal forearm. And I took one of these actually last night
from AJ Styles.
It could have been. I didn't see it. It was right behind me. It was out of nowhere.
You didn't know.
I was unconscious. So when I got up, I was in some Chinese restaurant with shirtless, and I was confused. But
okay,
this is the feud I feel like AJ Styles needs with Randy Orton. It's very impressive. These are 2 guys of a generation,
and Randy Orton's considered now a veteran now, so he's
these are both veterans. These are 2 top guys of a decade. Like AJ Styles being, in my opinion, the Ric Flair of his decade.
He's one of those guys that doesn't need a title and when you beat him, you get cred.
Yeah,
you know?
like that. He's an all-star.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, obviously the all-star of WWE.
Yeah.
This feud, I'm very looking forward to it. I think WrestleMania that's going to be a treat right there with those two.
Oh yeah. Next we have our women's tag team match of the Boston Hug Connection. Bayley and Sasha
John Cena.
and Tamina and Nia Jax. Have I ever told you how much I don't care about like just the general women's wrestling and how
sexist of this man.
No, because I love Asuka and I watch her matches all day. I wouldn't say women's wrestling. I would say Tamina and Nia Jax, because I could see Bayley and Sasha work all day. But holy shit, was that a terrible match?
I don't know, man.
Oh my
Nia
God,
Jax
is shit.
Nia
Jax. You know what? Okay.
She's not taking arm drags in the opening of the match. This is Nia Jax. She is her and Tamina, just like Vader was in the night.
It's their fault for breaking them. They were supposed to be monsters.
Yeah, like that's why I don't think they should have lost.
They should have won. Did you not see, like, this was not long ago, I guess for the Paige movie or whatever, they had her and Tamina like talking about how much they love her, we're best friends and all bubbly and stuff. No!
Yeah.
Don't do that. Tough. They're supposed to be monsters. Like, leave them alone. Take them off the face of this earth. Don't get
I think
no
that's
TV
where they're getting
time.
at now. I just think they shouldn't be losing. Like, they need to be clean. And that's technically what happened after the post-match. We seen them face off with Beth Phoenix, and we had a brief, close Divas of Doom reunion. And I remember a couple of years ago, which was, I want to say 2012.
Definitely not another couple of years.
20. Yes. I feel like
couple of years.
I feel like it was yesterday, but the Divas of Doom. Remember, like the first women's table match were with these two. When they were heel, like it pin up strong that whole segment. They were these two monstrous, powerful diva tag team. Like, and if we get that, I think honestly that's pay-per-view bound. Like that's a pay-per-view match waiting to happen.
Do you think a Nia Jax and Tamina versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya is gonna be a barn burner?
Absolutely. And I think what makes it better,
their pace. I want to say that their pace would be the same.
Yeah.
So I think Sasha and Bayley are just a little too fast paced for Tamina and Nia.
To me, it's just like when it comes to title contentions, I think Nia and Tamina are the ones who should don the crown for the simple fact.
They should have had it first.
For the simple fact, you get the possibilities of a Divas of Doom match.
Yeah.
Like that, you would need a championship belt.
Well, no, and they've been like, okay, so like let's see. There was no women's tag team from the beginning. So that to make a tag team championship was even weird. They should have developed a tag team first. You know,
but you had a bunch of a bunch of women's groups.
You had the Iconics. Iconics were like the only ones who were legitimate, like always together. Nia and Tamina also. Bayley and Sasha were like struggling to become best friends.
Because they were friends and they were frenemies. Yeah, kind of deal.
But I mean,
I love the Iconics. They're very entertaining.
They are.
But this post-match beatdown
is leading up to something bigger.
It's what was needed, and I hope eventually those two really just crush everybody. Because remember now, the idea of the women's tag team champions is to go to each brand. Now,
correct.
Just the idea of Tamina and Nia Jax just going to each brand and just cleaning house.
Well, and that's the thing. I feel like that's the reason that they probably did the Beth Phoenix Natalya thing, because now Sasha and Bayley are done with Nia Jax and Tamina for now, and I think they're going to go on to the opposite brand, because I don't even know where they're at right now. They're at Raw or SmackDown? Yeah,
they're at Raw.
So they're going to go to SmackDown now and probably try to challenge the Riot Squad. God knows who was on the... so, okay, enough of that.
Next up.
Here we go.
Daniel Bryan.
Triple threats, because it was originally Kevin Owens, because he substituted Kofi, versus Daniel Bryan, but Vince McMahon decided to change it into a triple threat match and add Kofi, but then pull the old whirly derby and put Kofi in a handicap match, thus replacing Kofi with the original man, Mustafa Ali.
It makes sense for the simple fact he was sidelined, and hey, let's face it, nobody thought Kofi was...
Mustafa was the first original. He was the first original Kofi.
That spot, if you want to go get that, I'm gonna.
If you want to wrap this up, you can knock yourself out.
Daniel Bryan's the greatest. This match was fantastic. This man who just walked in has poor manners.
It's our guest. It's our guest for our next show, but we'll wrap this up and
Danny
worries.
Bryan was great. Mustafa Ali, awesome performance. Kevin Owens, awesome performance.
Of course,
Everybody
wouldn't expect anything less. The
and
450 on the side on the.
The fact that everybody was cheering Kofi just touched my heart.
Everyone was cheering Kofi, but it was so funny because sometimes it would die out because the match was so good.
Yeah.
You know, so it was dying out a little bit, but then everybody would be like, "Oh shit, we love Kofi." Kofi.
That finish, that running knee off the top. Yeah.
Shit.
Next up, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, real quick.
What a waste of the match. What a waste.
It's going to be a triple threat match.
It's going to be a triple threat match.
I'm tired of triple threat matches.
Why did she wait so long to interfere in the match? Did you see how goofy Ronda Rousey runs? I'm fat and I run a hell of a lot cooler than she does.
Is your refrigerator running?
No.
Well, you better go catch it. No? All right. Anyway, so she interferes in the match, hits Becky, and then is turning it into the...
Now she's...
I don't like triple threat matches. It should have been... I feel like Becky and Ronda was the WrestleMania main event waiting to happen. But it was just like, oh, let's throw Charlotte into the momentum. I don't know.
Again, okay, listen, let's talk real, let's talk as wrestling fans. I'm a wrestling fan, right? How in the hell can Becky compete with Ronda when she could not beat Sasha, Charlotte? She struggled to beat Bayley. You know, she's Asuka. Like, it's like Asuka, like she should not be, like, they're trying so hard for her to be Stone Cold. And they call her the man, and I'm anti Becky Lynch. Wow, I don't like Becky Lynch. I think this is over.
I like Becky when she's her. I don't like the comparison to Stone Cold because it already happened. So doing the segments like Stone Cold did, I'm not a fan.
Well, Kevin Owens does the stunner.
Well, that's just the move, really.
That's his new move. That's his new finisher, bro.
Cena's springboard stunner.
It's his new finisher.
I guess. But
and he does it well.
Triple threat match at Mania, I'm against it. Let it just be Becky.
It is what it is.
Ronda's turning heel. She's viral now. The memes have been hilarious.
It's so entertaining, yeah.
Well, let's see. Hopefully Charlotte gets dropped for the match.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Main event.
6-man tag team. They said one last time, baby.
One last time.
They said we're gonna do. There's not 4 members.
Yeah. Well, so, Kurt
Angle. We did that.
That was for you, Kurt.
Jesus, man. So apparently it was a Shield. They're one last ride versus Baron. These guys don't even have a name, but they were calling themselves like the baddest.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and McIntyre. Drew McIntyre.
In other words, the big heels of Raw.
That's their tag team name, or their whole tag team name. But it was just that they're saying one final hurrah. I'm calling it now. Dean Ambrose, that whole thing was a work. Because they've never announced someone's exodus on TV. And in this match, Michael Cole was like, was it Michael Cole? It was probably Michael Cole because he always sounds stupid. Dean's last and final match because he has not renewed his contract with WWE. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, why would you say that?
That's like the whole CM Punk deal.
Yeah, so
another formula they're trying to capitalize on.
That's what they're doing because they're trying to capitalize on this exodus. You know, because a lot of guys are gonna end up leaving because contracts are ending. They got too many guys. There's a lot more options now. As to where it's only just WWE. So
we finally got the Shield match because every time it's about to happen, somebody gets hurt and somebody gets pulled out.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm happy that Roman Reigns finally got his kind of moment thing. Like where they were cheering for him.
Yeah,
they didn't boo him.
They were cheering for the Shield. The Shield.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he needed to stick with
thing. In 2012, 2012 to 2013, they were the hottest.
He needed to stick with, and when they. I don't know. I was even reading some comments about he's slowing down, and he looked. I was like,
ladies and gentlemen, this man just recovered. He's in remission from a battle with cancer.
I thought he looked great.
Let's be realistic now. That's just.
That was a hater. That was somebody who can't.
It's not even a hater, but this man just came back from a battle with cancer. The fact that he's pulling in a 26-minute main event. Yeah. Come on, let's be freaking realistic, all right?
Yeah. Show must go on, man. Listen, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to fight. He showed up. That's half the battle. Yeah.
He showed up and main evented, regardless if he was working a little slow. Yep. He just beat cancer, and now he just beat the top 3 heels of Raw.
He's on his way.
That was Fastlane for you.
That was Fastlane to cap. That was just. We knocked it out. We do what we can here at Turnbuckle Trash Talk. That's a home run.
Make sure you get one of these shirts, too.
This one was just a promo shirt. Don't worry.
We got a bunch of these. This is like yin and yang right now.
Yes.
It's funny.
We can
he did all the color. He was just like disagreeing.
You can get your shirts. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, Google, anywhere you can find us.
Anywhere. Subscribe.
www.turnbuckletrashtalk.com is our website. You can find our stuff.
Turnbuckle Trash Talk. If you want to write letters.
Yeah. No, just tag us. Message us if you got any questions. Any ideas, any invites if we're going to go to shows. If you got a show coming to you or that you're going to have sometime soon in the Tampa Bay area, let us know. Reach out to us. We'll be there,
and I'll be trying to get on.
We'll call it.
I can't get booked. He'll call it, but I'll try to get booked.
That's right.
I'll be schmoozing.
If there's one thing we know is that this Turnpike is absolutely free.
Yeah, absolutely free.
Until next time.
$9.90 free. I stole that from Troy Hollywood, actually. That's a really cool phrase he said.
I was supposed to end it with this Turnpike is absolutely free, and you kept going.
Can you do it again?
Old John Cena. John Cena, you said it perfectly going backwards?
Yeah, I was saying it.
So you're saying this originally you said John Cena backwards.
Well, this is how he used to do his promos when he was the prototype. You didn't get that? He would reverse his promo.
And this Turnpike is free.